This is a robotic kit for displaying or for demonstrating a smooth braking system. So we have made a robot here, and this will work on motor, and we have also attached an ultrasonic sensor, as you can see here. So this is the ultrasonic sensor which detects any obstacle in front of it. So whenever there is an obstacle detected by the ultrasonic sensor, the kit is programmed in such a way that the vehicle or the robot will stop smoothly, not at once, but will stop smoothly depending on the distance. So we'll just show you a demo. So now, as you can see, the vehicle, the robot is in motion. So as soon as there's any obstacle in front of it, it stops smoothly. So right now it is showing the display, it is showing the distance from the object right now that the ultrasonic sensor is detecting. So whenever the object comes close, the nearest object distance is shown here, and the vehicle or the robot stops smoothly. So this is how the kit works. You can order this kit from our site kitsguru.com, where you'll get two versions of the kit. One is where you'll get a complete ready-made kit, as you can see here, and the other one is where you'll get the complete self-assembly kit. With the help of our video tutorials, you will be able to complete the kit by yourself. In this section of the video, we'll see what all components are used in this kit, how to assemble those components on the PCB, and how does this kit work. So first we'll understand how the kit works. So here we have the section of the power supply. So starting off with the power jack, we have given the power supply through an adapter, and this is the on-off switch which controls the power to the entire kit. And then a bridge rectifier used in case you're giving a power supply through a transformer, you need to convert that into a DC supply. So for that we've used a bridge rectifier, and there's a capacitor which removes the repulsors and converts the DC power supply into smooth DC. And then this is the main ultrasonic sensor which is attached to the input of the microcontroller. So this detects the object and then sends the signal to the microcontroller. We have also given a parallel power supply to this motor driver circuit here, as you can see. Now most of the components on this kit works on 5 volts. For that we have used this voltage regulator IC. There are two LEDs. One is the signal indicator LED, and the other one is the power indicator LED. So whenever there's an input or whenever there's an obstacle detected by the ultrasonic sensor, the signal is sent to this microcontroller, and then as the output, the distance is shown onto the LCD screen, and also the power to this motor driver circuit is cut entirely so that the vehicle or the robot stops smoothly. So this is how the overall kit works. Now we'll understand how to assemble those components on the PCB. So this is this is a blank PCB. This is the top part, this is the bottom part, and this is where the components are inserted. This is where the copper tracks are present. The technology that we use is called a through-hole technology, in which we drill holes from the top throughout the PCB and then solder the components at the bottom. So for reference purpose, I'll keep this PCB in line with the ready-made PCB so that we can understand the alignment and orientation of each and every component. Starting off with the power jack. This is the power jack, and then on-off switch which does not have any polarity. And then a bridge rectifier. So a bridge rectifier has 4 terminals, 2 AC input and 2 DC output terminals. The stem which is longer in length is the positive terminal, which has to be inserted on the top left, sorry. So as you can see, the positive terminal is on the top left. And then this is an electrolytic capacitor, and when this has polarity, the stem which is longer in length is the positive terminal. In case both the stems are of equal length, there's a strip on the capacitor which indicates that is a negative terminal. So while inserting, we have to ensure that the negative terminal is on the right side. So the positive terminal of the capacitor will be in line with the positive terminal of the bridge rectifier. And then a 2-pin connector is used to give a parallel power supply to the motor driver circuit. And then this is a voltage regulator IC 7805. So the stem on the left side is the input, and then ground, and then third pin on the right is the output 5 volts. So while inserting, we have to ensure that we are facing the first stem So this is how it has to be inserted. And then an LED, power indicator LED. So even this has polarity. The stem which is longer in length is the positive terminal. In case both the stems are of equal length, the bulb of the LED gets flat towards the negative side. So while inserting, you have to ensure that the positive end is on the right side. And along with the LED, we have to insert a resistor of 1K with color code brown, black and red in order to protect the LED. So after that, this completes the section of the power supply. Then we'll insert this. We have to first insert a jumper wire here, as you can see. Now a jumper wire is a metallic wire, which is when the connection is not possible from the bottom side, we use jumper wires to make connections on the top side. So this is an IC base which is inserted. Before inserting the IC, as you can see, there's a notch here on the IC. So the pin on the left side of the notch is pin number 1, and then counting counterclockwise, pin on the right is pin number 28. So while inserting, we have to ensure that the notch is on the left side. So first we'll insert the base, and on top of that we'll insert the IC. Base is used to protect the IC during soldering, or in case you need to replace the IC in the future. And along this IC works on a clock frequency. For that we use this crystal oscillator of 16 megahertz, and along with that 2 capacitors of 33 picofarad in parallel in order to start the oscillation process. A micro switch is used in order to reset the microcontroller, and another resistor of 10K with color code brown, black and yellow is used to pull up the micro switch. And another capacitor of 104.1 microfarad is used here. And then bud strip, as you can see, is used here. This is in order to give the signal to this particular motor driver IC. As you can see, we disconnected here because otherwise the signal will be continuously going to the IC circuit and the wheels will be running. So this is the signal provider. And then another LED. Here the negative end will be away from us, and another resistor of 1K to protect the LED. A potentiometer is used to control the display properties of the LCD screen. And before inserting the LCD, we have to insert this male bud strip. So this is inserted here, and then the female part is mounted onto the LCD like this, and then soldered, and then mounted onto the male. The entire assembly is mounted onto the male part here. And the ultrasonic sensor has to be inserted in this direction, like this here. So this completes the section of the main microcontroller. So then we'll assemble the parts on the motor driver IC circuit. So first we'll insert the power jack, the power supply, the 2-pin connector base for the power supply, and another 4-pin connector base for the signal, and a voltage regulator IC. We'll be facing the first stem of the IC here, and then the IC base. So this is a symmetrical IC, so you can insert it in any direction, and this is the IC L293D, so it has to be inserted on top of the IC, and 2 connectors in order to power 2 motors simultaneously. So both the motors are connected to the connectors here. So once you've finished the connections, now you need to check the power supply before starting your kit. So for that we'll use a digital multimeter. So the black terminal will be attached to the body of the voltage regulator IC. The first pin should show the input power supply. The third pin should show 5 volts. The first pin on the microcontroller should show 5 volts. The second and the second last pin of the LCD screen should show 5 volts. And while giving the parallel power supply, you need to make sure that as you can see, the terminal which is inside is positive, so that has to be connected to the terminal which is outside here. So this is how the connections needs to be done, and the power supply needs to be checked. So you can order this kit from our website kitsguru.com, where you'll get 2 versions of the kit. One is where you'll get the complete ready-made kit, and the other one is where you'll get a complete knockdown kit, and with the help of our video tutorial you'll be able to assemble the components and complete the kit by yourself.